Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Jay from Coding with Jaybird, where I upload weekly tutorials to help build your confidence in coding. Today we're going to learn how to create tables and style them. Let's get started, shall we? Tables are often used for product comparisons, some kind of statistics, or even organizing schedules. Now, a table can include a bunch of things such as text, or numbers, or even images. In the past, tables were used to organize content in multi-column layouts or aligning elements on a web page. But this is a big no-no in modern web design. Flexbox and other grid layout techniques are better suited for layouts. Tables are great for data representation when you'd like to organize some data into rows and columns. So let's make our first table. So I'm going to go into my index.html. And just after my H1 and H2, I'm going to start with an opening table tag and a closing table tag. Now, a table can have things like headers, footers, and data cells. So we're going to start by having a table header, but a table header is going to be in a TR tag, which is table row. So inside the TR tag, we're going to have table row with two headings. So our first row has two headings. Now I want this to be a list of age groups. Let's have two columns in this table. For each column, I'm going to have a TH tag. So that'll be my first heading. And then in my second column, I'll also have a TH tag, so table heading 2. So the first column is going to be titled age group. And then the second column is going to have a heading called value. Now, because it's going to be a two-column structure, I need to make sure that any subsequent rows also have two data cells. So our next table row will be TR tag, so an opening and closing TR tag. And now we want the data that's going to be in our first row. So I'll have a TD opening and closing tag, which means table data. And I'm just going to do my Shift Command D to duplicate that. And in the first column, I want to write newborn. Newborns are between 0 and 3 months old. Now I'm going to have another row, an opening and closing TR tag. And now I want to have two data cells once again. And the first one will say infant, and the value is 3 to 12 months. Okay, let's have another few TR tags with some data cells. So I'm just going to make an opening and closing TR tag, two data cells, and then let's just duplicate this a few times. Okay, so we'll start filling these in. And there's our table. Now it doesn't look very much like a table. I mean, you can see there's some kind of column structure, so two columns and a few rows, but nothing is aligned very nicely. So what I want to do next is I want to style this in my styles.css. So let's go into our styles.css and target our table. So what do I want to do to this table? Well, first of all, it looks all squished together. So let's give this a width of, let's say, 80%. So it'll span 80% of the web page. That looks a bit better. Now I also want to left align these headings. And you can see that the headings are automatically in bold, and that's because the table recognizes that table heading should be in bold. So I want my table data and my table headings to be text align left. Okay, it looks a bit better. Everything's pushed to the left now. Now, everything is stuck together. There's not much gap between newborn and infant. So let's add some padding to each one of these cells as well. So let's start with maybe 10 pixels of padding. Okay, already it looks more spread out and it looks a bit nicer. In order to read tables nicely, it's better to have them in like a zebra list format, meaning every other row is a different color. So how do we target every different row? Well, we say table row, colon, nth child, and now in here we can say odd or even. So we'll start with the first row and then the third. So row 1, which is here, and then row 3. So all the odd rows And I want to give them a background color of, let's say, lavender. It's already looking a bit nicer. Let's also do something with our even rows. And let's give this a background color of some kind of yellow. I like light golden yellow. Why isn't it working? It's light golden rod yellow. Much better. So here we have our even numbered rows as this light golden rod yellow, and then our odd numbered rows are lavender. Now I'm seeing these gaps or like these gutters between my table cells. So let's try to put a border on each one of these. So on my table data and table headings, let's see if we can add a border and maybe get rid of that. So I'll say 1 pixel solid light gray. It didn't get rid of it. I thought it might fill those gutters in. So what's happening is each table cell has its own border. So there's like a gutter that goes between each one of these cells. And what we want to do is we want to target our table, so the table element itself, and we want to say border collapse and give this property a value of collapse. And now you can see all that little white spacing between the cells is gone. And that looks a lot better. And that's it, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed this video on creating and styling tables. If you have, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to leave some comments below. Perhaps give me some ideas on what I should make my next few videos on, because this series is almost coming to an end and I'm starting to do some planning on what my next series should be about. Until next time, keep on coding.